Hey everybody, it's Everett back with you from Hood Time Welding. Today we're going to be working on a lawnmower. Um, this one's just a push lawnmower. Customers already got the oil and the gas out of it for me so we can flip it around and stuff. But yeah, this one's going to take a little bit of work. Let me swing you around here. This is a front drive lawnmower. What is it? I think it's Cub Cadet. I'm not sure. Or let me see. I'm not sure. Either way, you can see right here, pretty much this whole front end is broke right off and I think the only thing keeping it going is where she's attached for the front wheel drive. So we're gonna have to take that off, and then we're gonna have to rebuild that front section there. But of course, first thing we'll have to do is get it all cleaned up, so that we can work on it. And yeah, we got a little bit of work to do on this one. I checked the metal up here, still up in good shape. I was beating on it with a hammer and she felt good. So yeah, the first thing we'll do is we'll get it up on the table. We'll get stuff tore down off of it. Probably have to take this, like I said, the front axle off, take the blade off, get her cleaned, and then start working on her. So yeah, it's a nice little project to get started. The customer was like, I quoted him, I think just over $100. I'm not, and I was like, I don't know if it's just cheaper if you go get a new one. And they were like, no, that sounds good. We want you to rebuild this one if you can. So, hey, I'm all for it. So like I said, let's get this over on the table and let's get to work. I don't remember exactly where the video cut off. I think it was when I had everything apart and I maybe started cleaning. So I finished cleaning up the underneath, and I didn't think you guys would really want to see that. It's boring. And then, so when we cleaned up the underneath, this is what we found. You can see, sorry, it's more than what we thought. We thought we were just dealing with the front, but we've got all these little holes up over through here. And then over on this side, we've got some here that we're going to have to deal with. And it's really hard to see because I already ground it, but there's a couple holes right here. The front piece, let me see if I can hold that up while I'm holding you guys. Sorry. Pretty much fits. I didn't want to really take anything off the edges, but she lines right back up. I already cut some of this stuff out in the middle here because it was just way too gone to even weld on. So my first plan is we're going to actually tack this piece in place on here, and then we're going to bring a plate all the way around right here, because this is all the force of the front wheels is on this. So like I said, we're going to start with that piece here, and then we're going to work on filling this in, and then we'll start working on our other places where we've got holes. I told the customer what it would be for price, and he was good with it. So we're going to go ahead and just keep working on it. It wasn't my decision, and it shouldn't be too bad because material, I'll be using probably 18 gauge. So like I said, we'll start out with that one strip in front here, and then the one strip right in front, and then we'll start filling in behind it and sort of like piecemeal together. The front here, I'll be welding inside and out. The side plates, I might fill them in a little bit. I don't know yet. It's just so they don't collect grass and stuff. But the main part is getting this front fixed up, and then the rest we can just patch in as we need to. And so we're going to be playing around with that. So let's continue. So as you can see, we got everything filled in here. Sorry. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I used my needle gun to get the rust off of here, so I don't have to grind on all of it. But I've got all the patches in both sides. One of the things you might have noticed was I had a little hole here and a little one right here. And what I did was a little trick that I done before is you take a piece of something brass and you just put it behind the hole, and that'll it won't stick to the weld. So it's just a little trick I've picked up over the years. But yeah, we've got this side all done and filled in. I still got to knock down some high spots. We'll get it smoothed down. One of the things I did is I made sure, just for extra strength, is I rolled this lip to just give it some extra strength right there. But yeah, we'll get it rolled up, and well, let's see how it looks. See if I can get it rolled one hand talking to you guys. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have to go back and sorry, and hit off any hot spots so the grass doesn't catch on it. But you can see I got some. I'll probably ping this down and then just put welds around it. These holes, I don't even know if I'm gonna bother. I might, just so crap can't get in behind there, and sit in there and rot it out again. But yeah, you can see she's back together. So that's enough for today. Sorry. So that's enough for today. We'll let her cool down, just let her sit here, and then the next day I'll work on it. Like I said, we'll go through it. We ping this side down and just put some weld around so it's not going to catch anything. We've got a couple holes to re-drill in the very front here where the front catches on. We'll have to clean it up. We'll paint it and all that. But for now, that's enough for today. And that. So we'll see you on the next time when I work on this. so there you have it. All we have left to do is put it back together. You guys saw me take it apart, so I don't really think I need to tape that. Or maybe I will tape it. Yeah, I'll go ahead and tape it, just so you can sort of see the steps I gotta go. You noticed I drilled those 3 holes out to reattach the front. I tried to weld all this up. We got a couple little spots, but like I said, the reason I was welding those is so crap can't get down under there and keep rusting it, so it doesn't get through the 2 metals. So yeah, I know it's an ugly color, but it was an extra can of paint I had, and you know, the big thing is just getting it protected. And I did the underneath too, as you guys saw, of course. But yeah, like I said, the only thing we have left to do is just put it all back together, and then I'll probably talk to you guys one more time. I don't know if you noticed when I was uh, getting it filled in, one of the techniques I use is, you notice I'd have to change the angle of my gun a lot, and what that is you'd start, like say you got a hole like this, you know, like this. You start in the center, and right around the edges it's really thin. So if you try to blast your wire right onto that edge, it's just going to keep melting away and you're going to keep chasing it. Where if you blast, you get that little center buildup, and then you get your arc started on there and it sort of washes out. And then what it'll do is it'll wash onto that metal, so the metal can be a lot thinner when you're washing onto it than when if you try to start right on it. It's just a little trick when you're welding something that's real rusty that I've used, and it makes it a little easier. You're not chasing it quite as much. You're still chasing it. I mean, the stuff's so rusted and so thin that you got to chase it a little bit. But that sort of helps out with that process by letting it wash onto the metal, and then it doesn't have to be quite as thick as where if you start the bead right on it. But yeah, like I said, we'll go ahead and put you back on tomorrow. I got to let this dry overnight. Hopefully it does. It's a little chilly out here. But it's supposed to be a lot warmer tomorrow, so I'm hoping I let it set all night and into tomorrow. She'll be dry enough that we can go ahead and put her back together. So we'll see you again tomorrow. So there she is, all done. The only big difference is that funky color on it, but yeah, it's not only just those 2 screws holding this front on anymore. It's not bouncy anymore. Before it bounced, because literally the only thing holding this on was those 2 little screws in the back of this shroud. So customers sure get a bit more work out of it. Some people might ask, hey, why did you go ahead and fix that? And my answer is, I told the customer it was going to cost around 120 bucks, which that's about what it's going to take. And he was good with that. It's always up to the customer, whether when I do something like that, whether they want to put the money into it or not. Me, the engine's still running good. You still got a strong mower engine. Why not fix the deck up? You can get another, I don't even know, 5 years out of it probably, if not more. instead of buying, I don't know what those are now, self-driving, probably 300 bucks, 400 bucks. So, I mean, you can get some more years out of them. Why not? Especially if the motor's still strong. So that's what the customer wanted. As always, if you like my content, big thumbs up is always appreciated. Love hearing from you guys. Got any comments, questions, just saying hi, whatever. But anyways, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.